This was the first bid up tax lien sale I had participated in. The research is the same in the bid up and bid down tax lien sales. You still have to look into see how much behind the person is, the class of properties and such. In this tax lien sale, I did an extra step of visiting the properties. Since I knew that the bidding can go up very high, I wanted to make sure the place I was bidding on was not too damaged in the current condition. During the bid down tax lien sales, I did not visit due to the redemption period being about 3 years, and that's enough time for someone to pay it off. The bid up tax lien sale redemption period was about 1 year, so that would be less time for something new to happen to the building. In a bid down tax lien sale, the bidder is lowering the amount of interest the taxpayer has to pay on the tax. The bid starts at the max the county would charge them. For example, it could be 18%, and it will bid downward towards 0%. In a bid up tax lien sale, the bid amount starts at the amount the taxpayer is delinquent on. The bidders increase the amount of money of the tax lien for the property. An example is if a taxpayer is delinquent by $2,000 on his place, at the tax lien sale, the starting bidding amount is $2,000 and can go up to as much as the bidders would take it, like 100,000. In this example, the difference between 100,000 and 2,000, and I believe minus some fees, goes towards the delinquent taxpayer when the bidder turns the lien into a deed. If the delinquent taxpayer pays the delinquent amount plus fee, the bidder gets his money plus interest. For the tax lien sale that I was doing, it had two rates on the delinquent tax. There was one rate if redeemed within 6 months and another rate if redeemed post 6 months. The breakdown of the money the bidder would spend may be 1. The delinquent tax, 2. The amount bid above the delinquent tax, and 3. Any fees associated. Now, in the example, the delinquent tax is $2,000. The amount bid above the delinquent amount is $98,000. And then later will come in the fees. Your fees will include like getting the certificate, doing the due process that is very involved, and lawyer fees. For the delinquent tax, you can get 10% on that money. For the amount extra of the delinquent tax, you can only get 5%. For the fees, you can get your money back, so that's 0%. If the greater amount of this tax lien sale is towards the amount bid above the delinquent amount, then you will mostly just get 5% on your money. So what's the point of getting just 5% on your money? With respect to risk versus reward, your reward could be 5% or the thing you actually want, the property. And the property has its own risk versus reward table. The risk is not much for this 5% since you have a great chance of not losing most of your money. While the stock market traditionally gains 7% or so, it has upturns and downturns, whereas tax lien is mostly flat and consistent. Tax lien sales have properties that can fall off the list at any time. This sale was the same in that respect. When it was a few days before the sale, about 50% of the properties that I was interested in bidding on were dropped, and I had to quickly research some more. I had to drive far out, but get to see some nice places. These in the roads I was on, they had like no street lights, and if it was dark, I could easily had ended up in a few ditches. Well, from my research, there were one in a gated community that was clear from Google Maps. However, when I had researched the new set, I did not notice that anything was in a gated community. It was not until I was driving around that I noticed the only way to a place that was through a gated community. The gated community does not have to let you in to view a place until you get the deed. So that would have been bidding sight unseen. Needless to say, I did not bid on that. The tax lien sale for the county was online, which gave me the opportunity to participate. There was another nearby county, however, that was in person. Unfortunately, the sale was during the time I work and I was unable to attend. If you are able to buy in other states, go and try it out. Trying out new things and going to new places could give you like more or different ideas about what you're doing. For instance, the county north of where I live does not require much for deposit, right? The deposit is used towards paying for the winning bids. The county I'm used to bidding in, you cannot bid more than a certain amount relative to the deposit. They would fine you if the money for the winning bids has to be pulled from the deposit. I think the other county would be better for bidding. Unfortunately, I only found this out, this year, and it already passed. Now, for this tax lien sale that I did, there was a pedal fee. It's a fee to participate in bidding. However, the fee is charged when you register. So if you don't participate, you still have to spend that money. I would like to think that that the pedal fee is like a registration fee, since it doesn't matter if you participate or not. Um, so you might hear that you can't lose money participating in tax lien sales. This is another case where it's possible to lose some money. Um, so in this tax lien sale, I won nothing from it, and I'm just gonna have to try again in the springtime. So this does mean, hey, I lost a pedal fee for this tax sale.